Yeah, but you're level 12 now, so you're still way ahead of the curve. Warlock. Well,
Wait, are we level 12 or level?
I thought we were level 11.
Yeah, we're 11, right?
oh, never. Sorry.
Okay, I thought I was behind. I was like, wait,
I don't know. Shit.
that's fine. That's fine.
I gotta. Oh, that's right. I call it house rules. How did I do that? That's dumb idea. Here we go. So the druid thing is in the house rules document. Is it not? Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know where the druid is anymore. Let's just say 38 wisdom or 36 wisdom.
I know it's D6. I know it's not. Yeah, I think I don't know. It's 14.
Okay. So 14.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
And it's entangled. Yada yada.
Okay. So I gotta.
Druid.
Okay, so 14. So yeah, it's all twisted up in there. It's snarling. And then you see its mouth, its giant hyena mouth, would peel apart into like smaller hyena heads. Two of them actually bend back, and you hear this wet ripping noise as they actually start to peel off, and then what looks like two kind of shadowy, rotted gnoll warriors wielding halberds start climbing off over the entangled tendrils, and they start moving towards you. You can see that they're also connected to the actual core body of the hyena by these like oily looking cables coming out of their heads.
Ooh, that's gross.
So, Hamal, what are you doing now? You can change the target of your dominate if you want to.
I figure I'll probably attempt to try to dominate the main body again. We'll see if I only get one of the heads in there, or if I am able to try the whole thing.
Since it's peeling apart, you theorize that if you dominate the main body, you'll only get one of them.
That's fine.
Okay.
I just need one of the parts of the body to be attempting to fight.
Okay. I failed my will save by I got a nat 6, so it's probably failed by a wide margin.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, the DC's 19, so.
So you do gain control of one of the heads in the main body.
Right. Okay.
So what do you want it to do?
Impede efforts as much as possible.
Try to restrain the other heads, maybe.
Yeah. Just basically impede the others like you as much as possible.
Okay. So when you do that, the two hyena warriors, they turn around and they start going back toward the main body, but you're not sure what they're going to do. You do notice the body that's been kind of torn and crushed by the vines. You can see it's starting to in the alleyway. You can see that there are all the shadows in there. It looks like it's peeling shadows off the wall and they're flowing into it and starting to. They're healing it.
Gotcha.
Now we're down to Sumia's turn.
Yay! All right, what can I do?
Well, they got it stuck in place.
Where's my Okay. Well, I guess I will. Is it far enough away I can shoot it? Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna reroll it. This is not a very good surface. Let me move this.
What about your owl bear?
I don't think I brought it.
Oh.
Because we're doing kind of an incognito kind of thing. Alright. 11 through armor piercing. And 12, 3 armor piercing.
Okay. So in your second, are you shooting the individual gnolls or the main body?
The main body.
Okay. So you thunk, thunk, and then there's a big. It just seems to expand until you can't see anything around you, and then if you can.
Well,
see
I can
anything,
see in the dark.
Okay, so you see the how do I describe it? So it's like shadows, and it's starting to coalesce behind you.
Well, I'll yell that. I'll just say it's coming behind us too.
But the two gnolls, they're still where they were, but the oily tendrils they're like whipping up over you towards them like a big umbilical cable type thing. But it's going to the head.
Corzel would yell to Sumia to run back to us, basically get
Can I move back? Stuff.
Yeah, you're like it's behind us, and then Corzel would be able to shout, "Well, get your ass over here," and then you could try
Bear back.
to move down your turn.
Okay, I'll do that.
Now back top of the round, it is Corzel's turn.
Okay.
Be right back.
No worries. So
Okay.
So what is the closest threat to us then?
It depends. Okay, so it looked like a big, monstrous, bulky shadow hyena, but then when it peeled off of its body, so now it's like it's kind of like those Silent Hill dog things where they got like their head split in half. You can see like half of its head, where the other two peeled off of it. And the closest thing I would say is the two Shadow Null warriors. Well, actually, no, it depends on how far were you guys into the alley when if you were 30 feet away when it came in. How far was Sumi away? The main body is probably the closest thing to you guys right now.
I don't know. I probably was watching somewhat close.
If you guys were fairly close together, I'm going to say that the shadow, the main bulk of it is.
Sorry about that. I'm back. Where were we? My turn, I'm guessing.
He's just trying to tell us that the main shadow part of it is the closest to us.
Ooh. Actually, another thing is when you see it close behind you, because Corzel and Hamal, you guys still can't see. It's still dark in here, but when it blew up, it left behind another shadow null. It's kind of laying on top of on the roots still.
Okay.
So actually now it's mostly just like a hyena body with no head.
Okay.
And 3 tendrils coming out of what would be its throat.
Lovely.
Interesting. Do I have any sense of which of these are what I have charmed?
The one that's laying on top of the roots still.
Okay. Yeah, then Hamal will motion to the one on top of the roots and say, stand up, keep going.
Okay. So it's not. It'll do that on its turn.
Yeah.
So assuming you're in a fight for
The shadow things are behind us then? Like if we turned around, they're behind us?
Starting
So
behind
it was 5 gnolls mashed together in front of you guys, and then 2 of them peeled off. And then when Sumia shot it created basically an octopus cloud burst of shadow.
Yep.
And then it basically teleported behind Sumi, but it left behind the dominating one, so it can't impede it. So now you got 3 gnolls in front of you guys where the alley entrance was, but the big shadow thing is behind you where Sumia was. If that makes it any clearer at all.
All right. I think I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Relatively, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are in an alley. On one side of you are 3 shadow gnolls, and on the other side of you is a headless hyena monster.
Mm-hmm.
Connected with tendrils.
Yes.
To the
Then I think yeah, I think Corzel will she'll bless her own weapon. She'll bless weapon. And she'll summon a spiritual like hammer, the floating hammer thing.
So when you bless your hammer and what does it glow?
Yep. I'm sure it's only
so when you do that, it actually. The what?
I'm sure it's not like a super bright light. It's only like a dim light. Yeah.
Well, in this darkness, it actually illuminates like a 5-foot radius all around you. You can actually now see. You can see Sumiya there next to you.
Okay.
And your summoned weapon, it doesn't radiate light, but you can still see where it is in relation to the shadow cloud. Like you can, it's like a beacon almost. It doesn't light anything, but you can still see exactly where it is.
Okay. That's her turn.
Okay. Hamal, you do that. So on its turn, the one gets up and it grabs the umbilical cord in the back of its head and it pulls on it, and there's a loud snap. And then it picks up its halberd, and it actually doesn't get its halberd. It just lunges at one of the other shadow gnolls, and it starts clawing and biting at it.
Unless the hammer can attack on the turn that it's summoned. I don't know if that's a thing or not. Yeah.
What's the spiritual weapon action type? Is it standard or swift?
I think we determined that it was standard.
Then I would think it should attack as well.
Yeah, it should. Phantasmal Killer attacks. Charmed. Well, most summons attack at the same turn that they appear.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Well, so go ahead and make a
Uses her wisdom, right?
Yeah, but you're gonna have to have I would say Sumi would have to point out where they are in the darkness.
Okay. Yeah, she's basically just trying to like if anything, she'll move up in front of Sumio and try to get between her and the shadow beasts and try to illuminate them, and then basically summon the hammer to fight the other one, basically.
That'll work. If you move towards, like, Sumi can point, they're over there, you can walk over there till one of them comes in your field of view, and then you can just do it automatically. So
yeah, okay, she'll do that. Yeah.
There we go.
17.
That is a hit.
Okay. So I just want to. Okay. Is it plus? Yeah. Okay. Ugh, 4 damage. I rolled a 1.
Nice.
But so it is radiant though, and when you hit it,
yes, it is radiant damage. Yeah,
like it barely nicks the gnoll. It's a huge part of its body.
Okay. She's fighting like the shadows, like the ones that split off. Yeah.
Like that one, it's like you just destroyed about a third of its like whole body.
Okay.
And okay, so you do that. So on its turn, the one pops its thing off, starts attacking one of the other gnolls. The main body reels the last 2 in. And you can see that when you hurt it, Corzale, that damage is still there. Like it's not restoring anything. So now that the main body's missing still that huge chunk. But it kind of fuses back together into a mostly complete jaw. Still missing the shadow gnoll. And it's going to charge towards Sumia.
Of course.
And the shadows, all the shadows around it, they start to fade. So now you're able to see a little bit better now.
They're condensed a little bit.
Yeah. They're fading. So only the ones that were there, like from the actual street lamps, that's the only thing that's still casting shadows now. And soon, right before it gets to you, it peels apart into 4 mouths, and they all start biting at you. Let's see if Sumia dies.
Really?
What's Sumia's armor class?
15.
Okay, I hit you twice.
Oh yeah, I'm using my int to determine my AC.
So 12 damage and then 15 damage.
I don't have any damage resistance because I'm not wearing the mail shirt. So remember, it's getting
like a you problem.
Yeah, I know. So I just take 20.
While you do your thing, I'm going to go deal with the cats.
I'll deal with it. I'll do it.
Oh, okay. someone did this. So you're sure about a shadow now.
Oh yeah, it's my turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ugh. I guess I'll move back and try and shoot at it.
Okay.
One hit. And the second misses. So I get 1 hit. 8 damage, 3 armor piercing.
Okay. And back to Corzel's turn. Now it's you can see just fine now.
Mm-hmm.
Did you let me go?
Just trying to double check something. Shield. Okay. Shields don't give damage reduction, only AC. Okay.
AC and also your reflex save. If you can hide behind it.
Okay. She only has a warhammer and a shield right now. She doesn't have her maul.
Yeah, her magic super maul.
Versatile, basically, it's like +1 damage or something when you hold it in 2 hands. Is that how it works?
If you use it in both your hands.
Okay. She's just gonna use the shield, so yeah.
Quick question for you guys, especially for you, Kelly, and Jacob. Do you remember if I actually put the druid in any of the extra documents?
Oh, that's a fair question. Let me see if I can scan through real quick.
Extra documents?
The house rule document, like the appendix D stuff, because I can't find. And I thought I put it in here for some reason.
I just had it open. I must have just closed it. The druid document.
Well, the moment my Adobe decides to open up.
Document to me. I'm not sure if it's
Ooh. And actually, another question is: do you? I actually have some of the actual print books. Did you guys want me to mail you one of them?
The print books?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually had physical.
We get proofs.
I got good copies.
Is the print copy the 2.0? Like, how does that work?
It's the latest. The black book, the print books are just for the default PDF that everyone can see now.
Yeah.
The updated class thing, that's going to go in a red book thing. But I figured you're going to get the
okay.
I could send you a printed cost link, but I figure I got like good proofs that look nice. You don't have any problems with them. I could just mail you guys those and save you guys the cost of anything.
It's fine. It'd probably cost, like, I live in Canada, right? So it'd probably cost.
That's for international shipping. I didn't think about that.
Well, I sent that board game to that other good game in Canada.
Yeah, but that was $50.
Yeah, but that was like a big board game box.
I mean, I guess we could always just get an estimate. Yeah, or do USPS priority. Although I don't think you can do priority with international. I can get estimates though.
Yeah, I mean, I figured you guys might like a little. The hardcovers look really sleek. They look really nice.
Yeah.
I cannot see a picture that I collated either, so I don't think you added any druid stuff.
Okay. Well, I guess that'll be for appendix
D.
number 5.
E.
Well, it's appendix D, and then I do issue 1, 2.
Oh, okay.
4. Anyway, sorry to get off the track. I thought that I did that. I guess I didn't.
Here.
So
he gave me. Oh, it says I need permission for the. I'll just request access.
I'll give you permission.
No.
It's David's document. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Anyway, back on track. So, Corzel, what do you?
Yeah, I can't find it anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, she will. So, is there like 2 of them right beside her? Like, how is this going down?
it reeled them both in. So now it's basically, Sumia is next to you.
Yep.
It's next to Sumia now. The core thing. There's one shadow thing still left behind, but that one is on your team. It was attacking the other ones.
Okay, so she'll just kind of turn around and focus both her attack and the spiritual weapons attack on it.
Yeah. Okay.
So for her attacks, let's see. Not a magical hammer, so -1. Miss and miss. I rolled 2 2s in a row.
There we go. Oh, it was 2d8 damage. Unless you
yeah, 2d8. I re-rolled. It was 13. I thought it would, why bother you just to change one number? But yeah.
So you missed with both attacks?
Yeah, I rolled 2 on both attacks for Corzel.
Well, there's a bad luck rolling 2 nat 2s in a row.
Well, let's see. I rolled a natural 20 though on its attack for the hammer.
Ooh.
That's max damage, right? Just max damage. Yeah. So 13. 13 damage.
Tables though to kind of shake things up a little bit. So I probably won't use those anytime soon, but I'm
okay.
Just to. You radiant crit. They're blinded for a turn or something like that because it's so bright.
But yeah, 13 with the spiritual weapon. The spiritual weapon does more than Corzel right now.
But that costs a favor to trigger it anyway.
Yeah.
It's
But and Corzel can also attack twice. So.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you any favor. Okay, so like the individual when you hit this one, the light shears away more of the shadow. It's like banishing it almost. It's way more effective than you thought it was going to be.
Cool.
Hamal, what are you doing? The null is it's moving to go.
It's going to do what it does. Yeah.
It's moving to attack the thing. So what is Hamal going to do?
I'm going to fire some fire at it. Attempt a sweet magic missile. Let's see. 21, 15, 11. I'm guessing the 11 doesn't hit.
No, but the other 2 do hit.
Okay, good deal. 24 plus intelligence. Using my red rod, of course.
Oh. And we determine what that does?
Yeah, it's all kinds of fire goodies. Specifically, I could do Wall of Fire or Scorching Ray.
Scorching Ray is a good one.
Is a super good one. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'll just use Scorching Ray.
I'm trying to find. I was looking at it what's the damage difference on this one? Because
Scorching Ray is 5d6 plus intelligence, or half of if it succeeds on reflex save, whereas 3d4 plus intelligence, but it's plus intelligence 3 times. It depends. I mean, I don't pay anything for magic missile. That's the trade-off, I think.
You should probably change that. By the way, you should it probably shouldn't be your intelligence.
There are 3 separate attacks. I think.
I know, but it should be intelligence spread across your attacks, basically, not just on all 3. That's too abusable. Just from a gameplay perspective.
Fair enough.
No, I can see it. How from level 1 to 5, 2 missiles, 2d4 plus int times 2 isn't as big of a deal. But I can see how now I think what I could do is add a kicker on all the other wizard talents. At level 5, your Scorching Ray does this thing, and at level 10, it does they get elevated a little bit. Or I could just get rid of the int modifier for magic missile.
I wouldn't get rid of it entirely. I would just what I would do, I would just say at the end, when after you make the attacks, distribute your modifier between the attacks, basically.
Yeah, that's fair. For an attack I don't pay anything for, that's fine.
Yeah, okay. But you're attacking one thing with it?
Yeah. So 10 damage total.
Right.
Force, not necrotic.
Yeah, no, I figured I was going to do necrotic. And its turn, it's going to press the attack on Sumia.
Okay.
Oh, first of all, it's going to attack you, Sumia. So it's going to hit you, it's going to miss you, it's going to miss you, it's going to hit you. And since you got no armor, it's going to...
Yeah.
34 damage.
Kidding me?
I am not kidding you.
Let's see if I die. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's a lot of damage.
How many times did it hit her?
Twice. 4. Well, it hit her twice.
Okay.
It makes 4 attacks, but it hit her twice.
How much again?
And hit her twice more.
Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30, 35, 40, 50. Yeah, I am 4 points away from being unconscious.
All right. And now the null helper is going to lunge at it, and it's going to hit it for... Well, oh, that's okay. So it's just tearing chunks of shadow out, and their little tatters are drifting away and disappearing in the light. So what are you doing now? You're on your last leg, it looks like.
I'm going to do my double speed back into the alley.
I said run.
I can't heal you if you're too far away.
Oh, well...
Just say
That's also a fair concern.
I mean, I can still hit it from, like, double my speed away anyways, because I get 100 feet. And my double speed...
Maybe hold your turn?
I guess I could...
Or no, you can't. Never mind.
Is there anything in the alleyway I can go behind?
Yeah, there's some boxes, a couple barrels, probably a dead hobo.
Really?
It's connected to, it would be connected to other alleys that you could also try ducking around. You can go around like a corner.
Yeah, can I go around the corner and try and hide? So should I do a stealth check? Or are you going to wait till it's its turn and run on?
I'll wait until it goes to find you. That way you won't know if your stealth check is too good or too bad until it's too late.
Really?
Well, because if you roll like a nat 1, you're going to be like, oh, shit, I'm going to get caught.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
So if I wait until it actually goes to look for you, then we both make an opposed roll.
Mm-hmm.
And you won't know until it's too late.
That's fair.
But yeah, that's Corzel's turn. Maybe she can defeat this thing, and then you won't have to
deal with.
Maybe fail at a stealth check.
I just want to double check like the range on her heal. I think it's
max out though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's touch. That's what I thought. She was right beside her. Now she moved away. All right. So yeah, she'll just whack-a-mole. Whack-a-knoll, rather.
Okay.
Let's see, 15 and 11.
The 11 just barely misses.
Okay. That's a D8. Yeah. 11 damage, and then for the hammer's attack.
Now, is that 11 radiant?
Yes. Or actually, you said it's just a miss?
It's just barely a miss.
I forgot. I cast Blessed Weapon. Doesn't that give her a +1 to attack and damage?
Does it?
I thought it did. I can double check.
I forget if it does that.
Shouldn't it?
I think that's what it did.
Yeah, I thought it was an attack and damage bonus, and it was also a
made it radiant.
Yeah, because that's really good. Yeah, it gains +1 attack and damage rolls and the radiant damage, so that is a hit.
Okay, cool.
And I got to up damage by 1 more point.
Yeah. Okay. So 7 additional radiant damage. And then the hammer will hit for a 9 additional radiant damage.
That destroys it.
Okay.
I was gonna have it try to run. So your last blow to it, it just kind of slumps to the ground in a big.
I think like she kneecaps it, right? Like she smacks in the knee, and then the hammer from like behind just hits it in the back of the head, like floating, just cracks it. Like it's like a combo, right? Just like, and then just kind of just like disintegrate into like shadow stuff.
Yeah, kind of like a
wisps away,
like a shadowy smoke, and it all kind of just drifts to the ground like ashes.
Okay.
It's still there, and it's just kind of standing there looking at Hamal.
Hamal will,
kind of more in the light. It looks like a okay, looking at it like, okay, that's, you guys see Nose, you saw Nose at the arena. And this one, though, looks like it's rotted, but it's almost, it's the kind of a shadowy thing where you can only get the details of it because of, like, there's, it's slightly lighter coloring, almost like looking at, like, black glass or, like, obsidian.
Okay.
And so in more detail, now that the fight's over and it's standing there, you realize that it is one of the gnolls that you saw from the arena.
Of course it is. Can you? Hamal will ask it. Can you speak?
Yes.
I assume you tell Gorzel not to kill it, right?
Yeah. Hamal will put up a hand
because she would think twice to turn around and just start smashing it to pieces.
Right. Yeah. Okay, well, if you can speak, can you tell me who created you?
We did.
Wait, didn't we talk to the gnolls in the arena? Like you talked to them after they died because they got thrown into a pit?
Oh yeah, that's right. And their afterlife was basically go and kill and hunt, right?
Are you asking the gnoll?
Oh, I didn't know. Just out of character. I'm trying to remember the exact context for our last discussion with them.
They wanted you to kill the elves that killed them, and if you did, they would give you something.
That's right. I see. And so, are you your pack, as it were? Are you the last of them?
Yes.
Do you have any needs or wants?
To kill the elves that killed us.
Have you considered that they might already be dead?
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure they're dead, right?
He kind of shrugs. No.
Why not? I mean, I feel like the only people that got out of the arena debacle unscathed was us and that one other guy, and he wasn't an elf.
All elves look alike. Smell.
Still kind of laughs a bit when he says that.
Smell pretty much the same too.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's fair. I mean, I'm pretty sure your business that you needed to take care of is dealt with. I mean, you can go to Unigo if you want.
What proof do you have?
Of the elves being dead?
Come and see for yourself.
At this, Homal will walk up and very gingerly attempt to like put his hand on its shoulder. Is it corporeal?
Yeah.
Okay, and it doesn't immediately begin sucking the life out of him?
No, like as a quick primer on how I'm handling ghosts in this game is that if they're visible, they're probably solid. So they can be hurt by normal weapons. That's how they can affect things as well. And when they're invisible, if they can go invisible, that's when they're like immune to damage. Because I just feel like a ghost, it's like a conscious thing, and if it wants to do something, it has to kind of will it like an ectoplasmic body so it can do it. So when it's visible, it's a safe bet you can affect it in some capacity.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like they can't walk through walls when they're visible. They got to turn invisible to do that.
Could I have a way for me to telepathically show it what my memory of the elves and what happened?
Yes, actually, what did happen with the elves? I don't remember.
Didn't we?
Oh, we're just pretty sure that everyone got wrecked.
Yeah.
Too bad Sumi is not one of the what do you call it? Destiny original sin elves, cannibal elves.
I know we killed one of the elves.
Wait, in Destiny, the elves are cannibals?
Divinity original sin.
Divinity original sin. Did I say Destiny?
Yes, but I actually knew what you were talking about because me and Melissa, we have that we were playing on Steam. I don't remember the elves being cannibals though.
Yeah, they eat people and gain their memories.
Yeah, that's also like Warhammer Space Marines.
A little bit, yeah. But you can gain skills from certain body parts too.
I remember we fought the elves.
Oh yeah, we definitely fought them.
I thought we killed all but one. Because she was dragging the bodies. Because there were 3 of them, right?
But did you do that before or after you spoke to the hyena? The gnoll?
That was during the game, so it had to have been before.
So you killed the elves, then you found the gnoll?
Yeah, because after we found the gnoll, all the shit hit the fan because of the worm thing and whatnot. Came the big, gigantic Rocknian worm thing. And that went into the area where everybody was staying, so I'm guessing the elf did not make it out.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of things were getting wormed and killed in their quarters.
Well, I mean, you gotta explain to the Mr. Shadow Gnoll here.
Well, I mean, I can just touch him and then do my thingy.
Okay. You gonna do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Well, okay, yeah. Homo will say this is not one of the elves that killed you.
If you say so.
I can distinguish, only barely, but I can distinguish. I've known her for much more than the beginning of the games. She was on my team.
Okay, so you're gonna try to, I'm gonna show you the memories of all this happened. So, he's still, you're like, I'm pretty sure the last one died from worms.
Right. Well,
he's not really. Give me a diplomacy check. Let's see if you can convince him.
Or something?
Well, I mean, do you honestly think she died? Or do you think she actually got away, but you're trying to trick him into thinking that she died?
Pretty sure she died.
Yeah,
assuming pretty sure the elf died.
Yeah, I mean, it kept going into different quarters of the arena.
It's a diplomacy check.
What, 7?
It's.
I can vouch for whatever she's telling you.
So the gnoll says she does not know. She assumes.
Yeah, but see, even if it is alive, I'm sure it's been through a lot, and it, you know what I mean.
That's not going to be enough.
Well, I'm not doing it. You have to wait till it's bedtime.
It will again, though. Offer you the deal. If you find her and kill her, I will give you something.
I mean, sure, but as it stands, I mean, we could go make sure. And he's gonna Homal's gonna look over at Corzel and say, "We were going to get involved with the plague at the arena, correct?"
She nods.
Well, I'm sure, my friend, you'd be willing to help us deal with the situation over there that is more than antithetical to the living.
She kind of whispers, it's probably his fault.
I don't think it's his specifically.
She's kind of rolls her eyes. It's all Undead's fault.
So are you inviting?
You know what? We're going to be here for a couple more days.
Are you inviting him along?
The Knoll?
Yeah.
I guess if he would be willing to be Humal's vessel, or like a thing that Humal can manipulate.
In a vassal?
Is it vassal?
Yeah.
Not vessel.
Yeah, in this case it would be.
Vessel.
Okay.
Container.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have him charmed to shit, so.
In a fantasy sense, someone that's a subservient could be a vessel as well.
Yes.
Find the name now.
Oh, the elf?
Well, actually.
Of magic.
Gotta find the.
Oh, the Knoll.
It was like the team name is on here. The Arcane Ariga, and then. Well, you guys don't remember her name anyway. I mean,
right. You just know the name of the group, I guess.
Yeah.
That's right. I tried talking to him even.
And they're like, no,
whatever.
you're one of those elves.
I'm like, fine. Just because I wear all black doesn't mean I'm.
You came from the Feywild on the other side of the track.
So I guess will he be allowed to? Does he want to come and witness it?
He'll come.
Okay. Wait. So were you guys just trying to kill all elves until the one was found to kill?
Oh. Again.
Or until they're all dead.
We weren't sure.
Who it was?
Yeah.
What? Why does it matter anymore?
Well.
It's kind of a it's kind of a death thing, Sumia.
Honor.
Okay, vengeance, huh?
Revenants kind of usually go for revenge.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my testing was just to make sure that he wasn't a regular shadow and could spawn, because that would be much more useful to Hamal.
Shh, don't tell him that.
There's a bunch. If I would have thought about that, I could have had a friggin' hyena shadow thing with a million shadow elf commoners running around. Dan, Jacob, I should have thought of that. I'm gonna think about it now, though.
Quick, no, don't.
How many people did they end up killing in the end?
Or
how many elves, I should say?
So far 8.
Okay.
That you're aware of.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, to be sure here, I mean, if it's an intelligent undead, we're treating it like charm, and then if it's unintelligent, we're just treating it like dominate.
I'm gonna go kind of an in between, the sort of in between. It'll do as you order it.
But it won't know what to do.
I guess you can. I'm gonna treat it more like dominated, because it's not necessarily fully conscious. It's
okay. That's the reason I asked, just because it was specifically undead. So.
Just for the sake of this, I'm going to say it's more dominated than charmed.
Cool. Then I don't know why we're asking it things.
Well,
I mean that's why I figured you were.
Answer though.
That's why I figured asking it, because it's dominated, so it's just gonna spill the beans constantly.
Right. Okay. That's fine if I wanted to tell me things, but yeah, if I'm gonna have it do something, I'm just gonna tell it. Hamal will look over to Corsael and Sumi and say, we now have an agent that will be able to handle the environment within the arena a little bit better than we are.
That's true. Like the super mutant from Fallout 3. They can go in the radiated room.
So, in effect, I mean, we could. What was your name again?
That's also what I was looking for. Was the name?
Right. Well, we'll assume it answers, and then he'll say, "All right. Well, I mean, is anybody in opposing having it scout while we prepare our assault?"
Okay. So I'm going through the arena team names, and so I'm like, okay, well, here we go. It was on Teams Badlands Revenge. So we got Joran, Human Barbarian Druid, Scrivenod Duro, Dire Badger, Joran's Halberdiers, Knolls. It's like, goddamn, they didn't give them names.
That's fair.
I'm gonna look up the arena. Yeah, it'll answer, and then I'll look up the arena.
Fantasy name generator.
Good old fantasy name generator.
Yeah, I mean, they keep adding more and more.
I didn't expect you guys to actually defeat it, or I mean, not to charm one of it. Its name is Gorg.
Gorg. Okay. Gorg.
Why is Tanuk Fast Hammer a null name? It's
maybe he's a northern null.
Last name Fizz.
What are the names with man? What's your name? Man. Oh, don't be like this. What's your name? Man.
Come on now.
As long as it's not who.
Yeah.
Goofy and nullish enough, so.
Right. Gorg.
Gorg.
Yeah. Oh, is he gonna have a Russian accent now?
No.
Russian, no. No, Gorg, go scout the arena, make sure that. Try to find an area that's mostly undefended. If you are spotted or you meet any resistance, just leave and meet us back.
He's dead. He looks dead, right? Kind of.
Well, he's all inky and black.
Oh.
Corzel kind of add, in all likelihood, the clerics will be keeping an eye on the arena. They may spot him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he's spotted or if he meets resistance, run back to our hideout. And then he will give directions to the hideout.
I was going to say, you probably tell him where it is, right? Because he does know. Okay.
Then the arena scouts you, and then he runs off.
Oh my god.
So he will scamper off and do as, more or less do as he commanded. What are you guys doing though? It's late at night. You got some null demon shadow undead ash on the ground, and you're pretty sure you solved a murder mystery.
Yeah, let's grab up a whole bunch of that ash, give a little bit to Sumia, and then we'll say, Sumia, go to the local elven church and have him heal you, and give him that as proof that you dealt with the thing that was killing elves.
Wait, there's an elven church?
I assume so.
It's like a tree house, but
that's what I thought. I was like, I looked at him like elven church.
It's a tree with a big hole in it and an owl poops in.
Whatever it is you elves use for churches.
I will go to the elven elder.
Oh, there's an elder now?
Sure.
Okay, he's definitely in a tree house.
Yeah.
And it smells like marijuana, like it's just a thick
No.
aroma.
It should be like a smell of potions. Like steaming potions and mushrooms scattered about. And
I don't know things. So.
It makes me think of Matthew's character in Thunder Road.
Oh, the hippie guy? Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna, you kind of use like a dustpan to scoop up all the ash, and there's about 800 silver pieces worth of shadow dust. We'll call it, just so that way you have an idea of how much is there in case you want to make something neat out of it.
Wait, what is it again?
800 silver pieces worth of shadow dust. Sumia will say you get 10 silver pieces worth. You get like a little dime bag of it.
Oh, to show them?
Yeah. That's what Himal was like. Go show us the elven elders and have them.
Well, we're taking care of it. They'll probably be like, "Who the hell are you?" I'll be like, "I am Sumia, Rogue Ranger Wizard. Have you not heard of me?
In my 8 eyes.
Do you not see my horns?
In my 8 eyes.
That's right. I forgot about the 8 eyes." Wait, don't run.
Well, it is like midnight, so you're gonna go now. You're gonna go tomorrow.
I'll go tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I gotta rest up. I'm like.
That works. I have to get back to my experiments.
Corzel will go with Sumia as well, if she would let her.
Sure.
To warn you, Himal, and also I guess you can warn Sumia about this. If the dust that gets exposed to sunlight, it'll disintegrate.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do this out in any natural light. It'll disintegrate. So keep it hidden.
Kind of useless at that point, I imagine.
Right.
So you guys go back.
Quite literal dust to dust.
Yes. You return to your former Thule lair. Take a nap, unless you're going to do anything else this late at night. And then the next day, you don't hear about anyone getting mauled to death by a something or other.
What's happening on a daily basis? I guess
more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not massively worried about it. I mean, we've got that. We're finishing up Filge's reconstructive surgery. Just kidding. It's stay in the back to tank.
Waiting on our magic items.
I forgot how long I said it was going to take. A couple days at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the thing, is that we're basically wasting a few days here while what's her name, the Eladrin, goes and reports to her master. Then we're going to go meet him after all of our business here is dealt with. All of the pressing business, at least.
So the next day, you're gonna go to the Elf King's treehouse.
Yes, and let me see how much I recover. What is it again? How much level plus?
Con modifier. And since you're in a lair, you get +1 to that.
14. Okay. Still not fully healed, but
you're not camping in a dingy, murky dungeon full of dangerous monsters. You're in a lair.
I'll give it some time now. I've got. Let's see. 14. So I got 31 HP down, but I have my vitality back at least. So. Okay, so I guess Corzel will accompany me to.
She'll heal you, by the way.
Oh, okay, sure. What do you want?
Obviously.
I didn't know if you wanted to use me for what. I was just whatever she got me.
Yeah, she'll heal you.
For how much?
How much do you heal?
After sleeping, I have 31 wounds left to heal.
She has plenty of favor. She'll dump it on you before, just, I think it's easier just to say you're fully healed.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's that, and there's, like, that was the other reason that he was telling you to go to the elf church, was just so that you could get healed. That way, Corzel didn't have to use hers, but that's fine.
We're going the next day anyway, so.
Speaking of Corzel, that bone devil's been hanging around, wants the rod. I mean, obviously you're not going to give it to him, but is your plan to just murder him the next time he shows up?
She looks at you. It's like, obviously.
Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page.
She gives Himal this look like, thanks. And it's like, but also at the same time, she thinks you have something else is going on, right? She's not sure though. She's not necessarily being
right
distrusting. It's just like, well, what else, right? Like, yeah.
And nothing. Oh, okay. He offered me a sphere of annihilation.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he's trying to make deals with me to get the rod from you, but
And you know what they say about deals with devils? They're always fair and
I assume you haven't taken any of those deals, Hamal?
well, I don't have a sphere of annihilation hovering in the middle of our hideout, so.
I don't have one now, do I?
do you see one around here? I mean, it would destroy everything it touches.
Listen, I guess.
Is that really what you bargained for?
For a sphere of annihilation?
Again, she gives a credulous look. Like, why does that matter?
Why would you not?
She just says like fucking wizards. Like, Jesus.
No. Like for there's something that you may not know is that the sphere of annihilation was something that was of great use to the Windlords during their war with the demons, and
I heard.
And so, incidentally, I'm keeping my eye out for one because I am 100% sure that a sphere that destroys everything it touches might be of use against a demigod.
She shrugs. I suggest you find it through better means.
Well, obviously, I mean, there's no reason for me to go to demons for it.
Well, expediency and ease.
No good reason for no morally acceptable reason for me to go to devils about it.
Mm-hmm.
I may have a looser sense than most people, but I do still have morals.
Yeah, she's satisfied.
We'll see. So I guess
I gotta take the trash out real quick. So I mean, if you guys wanted to go visit the elf elder the next day while we wait for Gorg to get back.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, assuming you'll be able to, ask around for a while and then find out, the elves are. They're kind of they're kind of near the edge of town.
His name is Theodos.
His name is not.
I don't know. You got something?
I got his name all
right, never mind. Got it. I figured you'd need a name, but whatever. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's kind of near the edge of town. Where one of the gates are, they can kind of come and go. It's more overgrown. Kind of like the city's like unofficial, like not so Central Park sort of deal.
Yeah, I got it.
But a lot of elves they live in houses, more made of wood than stone. Some live in like tents or little ramshackle huts. Pretty crowded. And ask them, I need to speak to the. Actually, yeah, you should run into an elf. Take me to your leader, and she looked at you like.
That's probably because I got a hood on.
Before.
Well, can I tell them in Elven? That way, it makes it seem like I'm.
So cool.
Talk to about the monster that has been killing elves.
What about it?
Well, we were going to show him that we took care of it.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll write this way, and then she'll guide you to the little forested part. There actually, it literally is in a tree, but it's actually technically it would be a treehouse, but it looks like a very elaborate treehouse, like a very kind of fancy log cabin looking thing. Although it's not made of logs, it looks like it's kind of been like the tree's been kind of stretched out and gradually shaped into an elaborate wooden mansion.
Like manipulated.
Huh?
Like manipulated.
Yeah.
By the way, Corzel could totally speak Elven.
Oh.
So she's like, she doesn't look like she's not at all like perturbed by it. Like she follows what you're saying, right?
You don't have to tell me you know it.
No, she doesn't. But it's pretty obvious. Like she's not confused, following what you're saying.
So, and the tree trunk has even like a little set of like a winding stairs going around to the entrance. The entrance of the door is a bunch of vines and beads, like a curtain type thing. And when you get to the door, you hear a voice, "Enter, my child."
Christ.
Oh, I do.
And it's a elf, long silver hair, no beard though, no wrinkles,
little glasses.
Like imagine every stereotypical hippie you've ever seen, but he's not old. He looks like he's 20.
Little specks, little circular specks.
Yeah. I was gonna say he has little specks, maybe.
Yeah. Why have you come to me?
Oh God. I was gonna let you know that you guys don't need to worry about the monster that's been killing all the elves.
Groovy.
Really? Do you need any proof? I got a little baggie of shadow dust here. Little baggie, dime bag. Yeah.
I know you speak the truth. Your words flow on the winds.
Great. It's wonderful. And they start walking backwards towards the exit.
Corzel's been kind of just quiet this entire time, but like, is this a proper place of faith? Like, what is this place necessarily?
Oh, that's gonna be great. Are you asking him?
Yeah, out of character. Yeah.
Oh, you're asking David out of character.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was gonna say if you're asking us Corzel, that'd be great.
Well, I mean, Corzel has never been to actually. Has Corzel been to an Elven church?
Not an Elven church explicitly, but 1/3 of her own coven is made of elves. So.
This might the Elven coven. I want to say. Would be different, a little bit different, maybe. You're not sure. Okay, like the one you hung out with, it's a third elf, but it's mostly dwarves. So there's kind of a meshing of cultures, but mostly dwarves. So it's mostly they'd be a lot more. I would say structured.
They were very much more structured. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. They're more caring.
They were more uptight, but not in like the elven way. Just more of like a dwarvish way of like, yeah, exactly, structured, very orderly.
Had a little bit more honor.
Yeah. This you're like what the fuck?
Yes.
Okay.
A little too free flowing for Corzel.
Yeah. Like very very loose.
Mm-hmm. Then I guess she would just kind of ask what god do you serve? She'll ask this in Elven.
He'll say, "We serve the Earth Mother."
Is that actual god? A deity?
I smack Corzel on the back of the head when she says that. Okay. Oh.
She's kind of like looks over her shoulder to me, like she's trying to just be the cleric, right? She's not trying to be Corzel, and then she's like, "The fuck's with these guys?"
Or it's just an idea.
She's kind of like hums a bit. Okay. And she kind of shakes her head and just says, "I don't think."
I'm gonna touch Corzel on the shoulder, do my little telepathy, and say, "Just leave it be."
She nods. She understands. You can tell she's a bit disappointed, but yeah. Yeah, she'll leave with Sumia.
So when you guys go to leave, Sumia, when you go to leave, you feel a hand touch on the shoulder, and then you hear a voice in your head saying, "The worms come from the east. That's where they gather. Bellarmouth left something there, something of great importance."
Why didn't it tell him this to Cordell?
But when you turn around, he's back on this side of the room.
I go, you cheeky bastard.
I think you've been away too long, sister. Come back anytime you need enlightenment.
Even with this, and I actually pull my hood back.
Groovy.
Okay. Okay, well, I guess once Cordell and I are out of the actual elven area, I'll let her know what you told me. About Bellarmouth leaving something there.
You can tell she wants to kind of go back and like prod him a bit, but then you can tell again she has second thoughts about that. She doesn't really...
No, you're not going to get anything.
Yeah, she doesn't like dealing with people like that. she doesn't even really have like a comeback for it. It's just like they just kind of creep her out. She's thankful though. She got what she got something out of it at the very least.
Humor.
Well, just little any bit of information, right?
I guess more information about stuff is best.
She just wanted to know if the elves basically kind of knew anything about either the movements of what the hell's his name? The worm god. It's on the tip of my tongue. Caius. I was like Bellis? Bayless? No. Caius, yeah. Yeah, she just wanted to know if the elves knew anything, basically.
Well, I don't think we can really do much.
Yeah, no.
We just gotta
we gotta just take it easy, man, and be one with nature.
She like punches Sumia, and they're like, no, it's super hard. Just like in the thigh, right? When she talks like that. It just says cut it out.
Well, you found one of Corzell's buttons. Remember that.
Go get a peace pipe now and just hotbox the whole lair. Corzell walks in and I don't know why. No, she's got poison safe. She'd probably be like, "You kids."
Oh my god.
To be the parents from was it Dirty Dancing or whatever? They're like uptight parents or something.
Yeah. Anyways, what else are we gonna do? Are things ready yet?
I think it was what, 2 days?
I thought it was different amount of times for our stuff. It was 4 days.
It was pretty much the same. I'm pretty sure David did that on purpose.
Well, it's because you were doing 2 arcane things, but Cordell did an arcane divine switch up thing, so that's why hers one thing takes longer to do. I was doing 2.
Oh, that's right. I was putting fly and light. No, was I adding lightning to my? What was it? I thought I was using both of the swords, but I was gonna make them into something. Because it says lightning damage on one sword and fly. I know I was gonna put fly on the male shirt, but I thought I was gonna do something else with the lightning thing.
Maybe put it on your bow.
No. I'm pretty sure you're going to transfer the lightning off of the chainmail that you found in the dungeon.
Oh, that's right.
So you're going to have the one sword.
So I still have a sword that can do lightning damage.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to write that down.
But that I think it was going to be a 2-day process for both of your things. So today's day 1, so tomorrow you can pick your stuff up.
Okay. Hey, has the knoll come back yet?
Not yet.
I would say that's not a good sign.
Man.
Can Maul be able to sense if he dies or anything?
I wouldn't, from charm, I wouldn't think so.
No, he's. Well, he. I would think that you would notice something awry because otherwise you know when your charm spell works, so you don't keep recasting charm and then losing out something else. So I would think that you would also know your charm spell fails or when the duration or when something happens that breaks it.
Right. I mean, that might be a good thing to add to any kind of rank up or whatnot.
Well, the rank up for charm, I was going to say you can charm more people and make them do things.
Well, you could add to it. I'm just saying you could add to it, saying you can also.
I just think that's something that he should know. He should know. Otherwise, like I'm going to cast charm on that goblin, and then it's like, did I charm him? We don't know.
Oh, okay.
And then like, I'll keep charming everything until I don't know what I did.
Kind of like there's a link of some sort.
Something like that, I would think. I would just say yes. That way you know when it's okay, I'm going to use it again. Or.
So the question is, does he still feel it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Corzel, after the going to see the elves and stuff, she would want to go check out the arena. Not like go into the arena, but just to see if the other faiths have started to move, or if anyone's loitering around. She'd only spend about 20 minutes, right, looking around, and then return to the base.
You see that there are a bunch of these little stone shrines kind of set up around it. Some of them feature a similar like holy symbol or icon on them, but there's a variety on there, and it's they're clearly making some kind of circle.
Maybe with multiple religions on it.
Yeah, and you see people coming and going, like kneeling before it, praying, and some people leaving like their periodically going to like basically re-energize whatever ritual effect they have going on.
Leaving like rosaries or anything, something like that.
Pouring out like holy water, burning incense.
Okay.
Prayer things. Some of the more ones are sacrificing a goat or something.
Yeah. If she's not intruding, Cordzale would stay to offer a prayer for like 10 minutes or so.
Actually, yeah, you do see a couple elves, like they're kind of this playing some tambourines and little drums.
Dancing.
She tries to stay away from them.
So what are you gonna do, Corzel?
She'll offer a prayer like at the ritual site.
Okay. There's also kind of stakes in the ground. Like they're not like they're tied with ropes around them, like they're making some kind of crude gate, like a warning. Like on the stakes, there's you can see kind of vertically written in common and in dwarven and elven, warning, don't cross. And even from that distance, you can kind of smell. There's like a whiff of rot in the air.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
And any plants that were by the arena, like trees that are planted, to make like an elaborate
grass. Yeah,
everything's dead.
Okay, that's probably pretty obvious to her. Yeah.
I'll be right
back. She'll head back to the lair, and I think that's what we're doing for today, right? Unless Kamal had other ideas, but Corzel is fine just hiding out again. Or Sumia. Although I imagine Sumia wants to go hide in a corner and sniff some shadow salts.
Listen.
No, that's how you get addicted to it. You got to rub it on your gums.
I actually was never really big on my elven religion, which is why I am a rogue / ranger / wizard. I'm not like a.
Well, that's good.
Druid.
I'll try any class once, but not that cleric shit.
Well, not cleric. I was thinking druid or shaman type.
More druidic.
Shit.
Ooh, you can multi-class in the shaman, and I can try the shaman class.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh.
I don't want 4 different ones.
Come on.
Yeah. I need to redo her anyways. I'm trying to see if we have anything that might help.
Okay, so while you're doing that, while Cordillon's still around, Hamal, you did get another visit from the Bone Devil, and this time he's saying that if you want, he could go that whole churchy curse thing.
Run that by me again?
The arena curse thing.
What in return for what? The thing?
Yeah, the rod.
Oh my god, he's just Weasley little devil.
I mean, come on, you have to offer me something that I can't do myself. Come on, you're a bone devil. You should know better than how to make packs at this.
So you think you can do it yourself?
I am 100% sure I can do it myself.
You don't know what's down there.
I'll know what's down there in a few minutes when my scout gets back.
If he comes back.
I have faith in the scouting abilities of a gnoll.
Well, I think
you're saying too much.
I think I'll head out for a bit.
Listen, let's put it this way. If my gnoll should fail in its journey, that would give us more reason to be more paranoid. Maybe set up some devil's traps around this place.
You don't get a response.
Mm-hmm. Of course not.
Back into the shadows.
Well, okay, so you never actually seen him around.
Right.
Like when he talks. It's just you just hear him talking.
Yeah, no, he's in the room, but he's just being an invisible asshole.
And sometimes you kind of get this you get this kind of instinctive feeling of dread. Like you think that any second, there's only sometimes when he's talking to you, you're just thinking any second he's just gonna touch your skull and make it explode or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
And then a little pass, you'll actually feel the tension build up, and that's when he'll start talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then when all of a sudden it goes away, and
a pressure.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Oh, well, come on, this is nothing.
But yeah, so Cordillon, assuming you guys get back, and still daytime. So what are you doing?
I guess I'm gonna go around outside and see what people are saying about anything. Rumors.
Good.
Streetwise.
Yeah, I get to use it. 11.
People are still worried about the plague, and there's a little bit of relief that no one died in a brutal massacre way.
Oh, you mean an elf?
Yeah.
Has anybody else been plagued? Are there more people actually getting plagued, or are these?
No, they're talking the plague because it's still it's been a couple weeks and the clerks still haven't fixed it. People are there. You get a few people saying they might leave town.
Is there a way I can find out if there's another way into the arena besides the outside?
You if you found out, you have to find out. You have to talk to someone that knows the sewers of the city better than you do, or maybe find someone who built Rockin's house or the arena, and that would probably take you quite a while. And that would only be able to find out floor plans.
Yeah, wasn't our plan to try and infiltrate Rockin's house and go back into the arena through there or something?
If you investigate his house, you do see that it's built. It's not directly connected, but it's very, very, very close.
To the arena.
Yeah. The arena wall. In his house, it's a few feet of distance.
Sorry.
Problem is, when you get close to his house to investigate it.
What was that?
Oh, sorry. I kicked something.
Oh, okay. It's not like you drop a stack of books.
Oh no!
It's just something I bought.
When you go to his house, you can see there is a stake and rope. That ring is going over there, and it kind of runs to like half of his house.
Did we already check out his house? I can't remember when we first.
No, we didn't find it as we were going through. We thought it was in the arena, or we were trying to find.
There was at least one door that you guys didn't go through in the arena.
Yeah, and that was
the
trap
door.
door.
Yeah, it was like there was a huge trap door. Oh, it was a trap door, but it was a trapped door.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Simeon Hamal, you saw a bunch of magic effects like plastered all over it.
Mm-hmm. You think all that would take too much time? I was thinking though, what Hamal could do was make us pose as if we're guards or cleric people or whatnot, and be able to sneak into the house and then go in there.
I mean, do we? But that's the thing, though, is that do we even need to pretend to be somebody else to just sneak in? I mean,
well, I'm just saying because I don't know if there's guards around his house.
There aren't any guards around his house.
So anybody could just.
There, like no one's watching it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's the front door and some of the windows are boarded up, but otherwise there's no one there.
Oh well, then, hell.
Do you go over the rope and stake wall?
Wait, to get into the arena?
Well, okay, so like you got the arena, right? And around it there's it's a whole ring of like ropes and stakes tied together with warnings on it. And then around that is where all the little altars and shrines are spaced out.
Well, I would say I would look in his house for something underground before I would go over the.
Just a reminder, you're by yourself, Sumia. You might not want to go snooping around anywhere.
Well, let's go with me.
You didn't ask.
Okay, so I'm talking to him about this whole plan.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just just reminding you. You went out into the streets and then decided to go check out the arena.
That's true. I'll come back and like say, hey guys, I got this great idea. It's great. I tell you, it's perfect. Nothing will fail.
Corzel would tell her that she doesn't want to go check out anything in regards to the arena until she has her weapon back.
So,
which I thought we did.
No. This is day 1, day 2 tomorrow, which we'll discuss.
The next day will, yeah.
Tomorrow you guys will get your stuff back, but before that happens at night, that's when the adult comes back, and he tells you that. Hamal, he tells you he doesn't come back until it's like midnight, and so he might even end up waking you up abruptly.
Does Hamal sleep at does he have a good bedtime schedule?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
When he's not jacking around with a
dwarf and an elf in the swamp.
Yeah, jacking around with a dwarf and elf or swamp, or having to get up every few hours to check on something arcane or whatever. Yeah, he generally keeps it. He's aware that as an arcanist, having a jacked up sleep schedule could literally be fatal.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll just abruptly wake you up in your room, like tapping you with a little shadowy talon, and he'll explain to you that he checked the entirety of the arena. There, outside, no guards. Inside, he only found one way in. And it's the same staircase that you remember. You guys walked down that. He doesn't tell you about the elevator in the center where you guys can get elevated up and down. He obviously doesn't know what that. No, he was okay. He'll tell you about that. He tells you the entrances you already are aware of.
Okay.
And he says, but underneath it, there are a bunch of. He says there are many hungry dead.
What do they look like? Did you see any elves?
Like ghouls.
No. He says he doesn't know what a ghoul is, but he says they look like you. He says like you, Hamal. Like they look like
dead.
No, they don't look dead, but they are dead.
I say I'm not dead. Not yet.
Well, he clarifies they don't look dead, but they are dead.
Right.
Huh. Are they conscious or are they just hungry?
They're hungry.
So you can't talk to them or something.
Are they infested with worms?
He said they tried to eat me.
But obviously they couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm too fast.
I was gonna say he's probably pretty fast.
He says no worms.
No worms, huh?
Oh, that's super good then.
Can't find George.
I don't know where George is right now. Keep looking downstairs. Try the gray back box. Okay, so I guess it does kind of sound like ghouls, especially since we found all those ghouls down there.
Right.
Ghouls look dead.
They don't look dead.
Yeah.
Oh, so vampires perhaps?
Vampire. I'm pretty sure they're talking about vampires. Yeah.
It's zombies, maybe.
He asks you what is a vampire?
Vampire is undead that can seem not dead and that feast specifically on blood to sustain their unnatural life.
No.
Is that what he does?
He says like no.
Hmm. But
Kind
they
of.
didn't look like no.
No. Well, okay, so he says like no, right? And you're like, no, not no. It looks like us.
Is there a way we can roll to try and figure out what you're talking about?
Insight.
All right, Corzale.
Corzel's sleeping.
I guess it would be Hamal, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Hamal, you could. So you need to discover is it drinks blood. He says, like no.
To a certain extent, but they need the blood to survive.
And humans don't drink blood.
No, not normally.
And he kind of shrugs and says, maybe vampire.
That wouldn't make any sense, though, down there. Why would they all of a sudden be there?
A large surge of necromantic energy could result in the spontaneous creation of all kind of undead. Vampires are entirely possible.
No, wait. People are dying when they enter that place, right? They get what happens to them?
Sick.
They would walk in and they would start to get. What people could see what happened is that they would start to like walk in, kind of hunch over, start crawling, and they would die.
Okay, so almost like there was sapped of their life force. So. Positive energy.
Well, if Hamal wants to try for insight, that'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we could definitely give that a shot. Let me see here. What's my insight? Cool.
Gorg says, humans, vampires bad.
Sorry, say that again.
He says vampires are bad.
Vampires are bad news, for sure.
How do you tell humans from vampires?
Generally, the long fangs.
Oh, like Noel.
Arcane.
Oh my god!
Like Noel, yes, exactly like Noel in that case. And basically, he'll basically take his fingers up and wiggle them where his canines are pointed anyways. But he points them there, and he's like, they're usually much longer.
Oh.
Also, they can.
They're not vampires.
They're not vampires then.
What do their teeth look like then? I mean, I guess I don't know.
They look like your teeth.
Are they physical?
Yes.
All right, give me a second. Sumi, you can talk telepathically, correct?
Oh, true. Maybe I could see what he saw?
You could probably see what he saw, and then you could just ask Filge, because, literal expert necromancer might have a better idea of what we're dealing with here.
I guess I could touch. Could I telepathically go on a crystal?
You can talk to his mind crystal.
That's what
you can do it because you have telepathy.
I'll talk to Filge.
Okay, so Phil is he's like, hey, it's been a while. How's my body coming?
It's getting there.
How much longer do you think? It's really lonely in here.
I turn him on.
If I had a mind, I'd be losing my mind. I think.
How long? How much longer? I asked him all, but I'm guessing.
It's been like 2 days, man.
How many? And it was like what, 11 days?
Was it 11 days? I thought it was like 4 or 5.
I guess. I mean. Yeah, I guess it would be 11 days.
Whew, yeah. So how? It's quite a while away, isn't it?
Ask him if he wants to just be dropped in the vat with it.
Would that help? I don't think that would be.
Well, I mean, if it's got eyes, then maybe you guys can put some books in front of me or something.
Does it have eyes, Mo? I can't tell.
Not yet.
I guess actually thinking about it, he'd have to make guys. It's like, yeah, that'd be nice, and then you guys could put some books in front of me, at least something to do.
Okay.
But as it stands, we need your expertise.
Oh, I asked him about this creature thing that we've been trying to figure out what it is. And I described to him everything that Noel told me.
Okay, so it looks like a human. It doesn't look dead.
No, and it wants to feed.
Sounds like a ghoul or a vampire.
But when people enter the area, they start crawling and then die.
What do their bodies look like?
Human?
No, I mean, when the people go in and they die, what do their bodies look like?
Oh.
Like you need to look at like skin coloration, do their clothes decay? That'd be like a.
Would Corzale know this? Because she's seen and heard.
No, you guys, you didn't actually try to retrieve the bodies or anything. They're actually usually too far in to be seen very well. Like you would need to do some kind of like magic sensor thing or.
But the Knoll's seen them, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd be like, okay, Village, I'll be right back.
Okay.
We go over to the Knoll.
Oh, okay.
And I try and see what he saw.
They look like you.
But I mean, dead. I'm not asking him. I'm doing the telepathic thing.
Are they pale?
No.
So they look dead, normal, dead.
Like when you're sleeping. They look like you're sleeping.
But do they look like they've been in pain? Like they died in pain? They like kind of like.
Any grievous wounds? Any obvious wounds or anything?
No, they look.
This is what I'm seeing, right?
Oh no! You just you're seeing that he didn't actually examine the body. He just kind of saw it as he walked by, and it looks like a person just like they're sleeping.
Okay.
Like they're kind of curled up, like they might have been pain, they've been cold.
Okay.
But they're not rotting. Their skin isn't black. There's no veins. Their eyes are closed. Okay. They're not like. There's nothing
different.
If you would have saw it, you would have thought it was a person sleeping who was also a little bit cold, so he was trying to like huddle up.
Okay, and then I'm gonna look at the creatures as well. So what do the creatures actually look like to me?
They look like normal people.
Good God.
At first, they're just standing like they're looking, like they're just kind of looking around.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not getting the full thing. This is more like you're getting flicker memories of it. Like it's not you're not like watching a cam video. You're watching like a little bursts of most of the tense memories is actually happening, and you feel like they're just standing there. There's the hallways. There's a bunch of people in this hallway that he's in, and they're just kind of standing there looking around. And they look like the guards. They look like some of the gladiators. They look like maybe laborers down there. And then one of them like turns over and sees him, and it just looks like a person. And then it just starts running at him.
Sounds like a zombie to me, really.
But it doesn't look. There's
no. I know.
No rotting, no discoloration. No bloody mess on his face. It just looks like a normal person.
Okay, so I go back to Filge, and I relay all this to him.
And the Knoll is a shadow thing. The Knoll isn't.
Damn it! I hit it again. Sorry. It's right at my feet.
Is really weird. Hold on, let me give Phil Joe. Actually, he thinks that he's no, that just sounds like a
ghoul. No, it sounds like a zombie to me. I mentioned zombie coming back.
Sounds like a zombie to me too. I don't know why it would go after a shadow though.
Right.
Would the wizard place have like books to look through for like monster stuff?
Hamal would. They kind of a lore, but we don't really like people looking at this lore, and we're kind of going to look down on you. We're kind of probably going to, maybe keep a closer eye on you.
On us? Why?
Because it's stuff that it's very, very, very. It's not illegal or forbidden, but it is very frowned on.
Yeah,
but Hamal knows about that book section, and next time we play, Hamal can go there, and you guys can do a little more research on it.
Okay, cool. I guess I'd like to know what they are before we even.
Well, Phil will ask you. He will ask you, have you tried going in the arena?
No, not yet.
Get hit with that, but it was.
Have you tried going in just for a little bit and just see what happens?
Is that your recommendation? Is that your expert opinion?
Well, it might narrow down what is going on there, and if you can describe how it feels, that might also narrow things down.
But yeah. All right, Ali. Well, I gotta call it here.
I know we're 15 over, but that's
too late.
So